There's a moment before every painting begins that I rarely talk about, and that's the moment when the canvas is completely blank. There's no color, no texture, no marks. There's nothing but possibility. I always stand in front of a new canvas and I wait. I say a prayer. I ask for God's guidance, but people assume that many times an artist already knows what they're going to paint. They might have a detailed plan or an image in their mind, but that's not me. I don't. I simply show up, I listen, not for an idea, but for a memory. I paint what the soul remembers. It's not always a literal memory. Sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes it's what I'm going through in my season of life. Sometimes it's grief, joy. Many times it's my faith. But I've learned that if I become quiet enough, my soul begins to remember what my mind has already forgotten. And that's where my painting begins. The first thing I normally reach for is my charcoal, because there's something honest about a piece of charcoal. It doesn't pretend to be finished. It doesn't demand perfection. It just allows me to move before I really understand the mark I'm making. So I begin to make marks, sometimes long, sweeping lines, gestural marks, searching for marks. Instead of searching for answers at this stage, I'm not trying to create a painting. I'm just creating a conversation. Each mark invites another mark. Each line opens a possibility, and the canvas is no longer silent. It begins to speak. So once the charcoal has opened a conversation, I begin to introduce on this particular painting some acrylic inks. I'm using an Indian yellow and the yellow family. This is where the painting starts to come alive. So I pour the acrylic ink onto the surface, and it becomes this warm, radiant, hopeful looking painting. It the color, you spread it across the canvas. So I watched it move through the charcoal marks, and I settled into unexpected places. Then I take a water bottle and I start spraying water on it. In some places lots of water, some places a little bit of water. And I spray the surface and watch the paint begin to just travel all over the painting. And I get these beautiful drips, and gravity happens, and some edges soften, some colors merge. And it really starts to become a beautiful background for my next. Some of the most beautiful moments in the painting are ones I never planned for. So as the inks are drying, I step back and I watch this painting transform, and I see that this is the way life works in my world too. It's nothing completely disappears. Every season leaves evidence. Every interruption leaves a mark. Every experience becomes a part of who I am. And layer after layer, the painting becomes richer, more honest, more alive. So the next thing I did with this painting is I just added some glazes. I mixed up some yellow glazes and some green glazes, and then you'll see me later add some dark. But this is the way life is, and the way painting is. It's layer after layer of adding things into the painting of what we feel down deep and how we feel, and not having this heavy pressure on top of us that we're going to mess up the painting, because you're not going to. You're just going to keep adding things that are meaningful to you. So in this next section of the painting, I did a couple yellow glazes and put it over the entire painting. And I wanted the layers underneath to still show through and show a history. And that is a beautiful way to create paintings. So the next thing I did is I got out some dark Payne's gray and some different mixes of different darker marks that I wanted to put on the painting. And I know that marks, you take risks when you do this, and it requires courage to add marks to a painting you've really spent a lot of time on. But almost every meaningful painting I've ever created has required that moment where I trust the mark before I understand it. And I add the marks that mean a lot to me. And at a moment where I stopped playing it safe, that was the moment that intuition really just popped in and took over. The marks that I added became one of the most important part of the painting. It's when the painting took its shape. And this is something I want you to remember. just as life's interruption often become the most meaningful part of our story. So I want to get to this part of the painting because this is the most important part of it all. When you get down to your painting, when you've got the beautiful layers, you've got the drips, and you've got your glazes and your marks, that's when you stand back about 10 feet and you take a look at the painting, and here's what I noticed. The painting on the left, well, I really enjoyed the painting. It did not have a place for the eye to start, to enter the painting and move around. So the painting on the right is where I went in and I added that big black, not black, it's Payne's gray and some other colors to the bottom right side of the painting. I added a couple marks. And then as you go up to the left upper corner, I added some more up there. Then I went back and I took some more of my yellow glaze and I glazed back some of the other areas so that the focal point, when you stand back and you look at the painting, it has a place to enter, and it makes the other marks look so much more interesting. And then as you see over there on the far right there, I added a little bit of like a maroon color. And then I went in with my fingers and added some very light yellow colors around the focal point. And it gave the painting a much better place for the eye to enter the painting, move around, and enjoy. Many times people will ask me, how do I know when a painting is done? And eventually there comes a moment when I know the painting is done. It's like the conversation when the painting is over. Not because the painting is perfect, but it's because it's complete. The canvas has said what it's needed to say. The soul has remembered what it came to remember. I step back, I look at the layers, I look at the drips, I look at my markings, the glazes, the interruption, the evidence. And again, I realized that I didn't paint an object, I painted a journey, a conversation, and a remembrance. That is why I continue to return to the blank canvas, because every blank canvas seems to contain another story in my life that's waiting to be discovered and painted. Another conversation that is waiting to be had, and another memory especially that wants to emerge. And I never know what my soul's going to reveal next. It's actually quite exciting. But I paint what a soul remembers, not just the fire, but the embers. So I want to thank you for being part of my journey. Not just this video, but so many of the videos that you've been there with me. Those that are in my membership that are there just because you love me and that leave me wonderful comments and encourage me and even help me learn. There's areas that you've taught me. I appreciate so much of you. I have learned so much in the last couple years in painting and sharing my journey with you to the point where I feel that I'm really comfortable in creating my paintings is such an important time in my life. So thank you for being a part of it with me.